Welcome back to Investing with Confidence, talking about the do's and the don'ts of the financial markets. The financial markets being all the markets, stocks, options, futures, Forex, cryptocurrency, income strategies, and long-term wealth strategies. And that's what our sponsor, Online Trading Academy, teaches skills and techniques and concepts and how to use the market for those income strategies or wealth strategies. We have investing classes locally at our academies. If you're listening to the show right now, text in right now for some free tickets. We got free tickets for an investing class and a financial quick start kit to help people everywhere, all across the country, on how to make smart investing decisions. So text right now. Text the word invest to the number 484848. That's invest to 484848. We'll make sure you get a text back. We'll also get a call to make sure we get the date that works best for you. If you're listening to the show, we have local academies near you. And now we were talking about those income strategies in that last segment. And I want to just, clarify a couple things on these income strategies. You talked about different assets like futures and Forex specifically. Now, before we get into our wealth strategies, just explain what those futures are, what the Forex market is, because a lot of people say, "Hey, I want to trade stocks because I know what they are. They're tangible. It's a stock." Well, I'll tell you what. What if I told you can trade the stock market with the futures market, right? So it's just opportunities in a different asset. So what is the futures market and some of the different instruments you can trade in there?
Well, it's called the futures market, and that kind of gives away what it is. It's basically looking at what something is going to be worth in the future. Will it be worth more? Will it be worth less? It's a family of investments. It includes stock. So if you want to trade the stock market, if that's your desire, you can trade the major stock markets. You can trade foreign stock markets within the futures family. You can trade commodities, and we always I don't know that we've ever had a show where we haven't mentioned your favorite,
Lean hogs.
Corn, sugar, soybeans, a lot of things like that. Oil, precious metals, gold, silver. You can trade currencies. You can trade interest rates. A great family of assets which can be put together in a portfolio where you're truly diversified, which means some things can be correlated, some not correlated. For example, sugar and the S&P 500, really no correlation there.
Yeah.
Could be inverse correlation.
People
Gold.
use the futures market to hedge as well, right?
Absolutely.
So here's an example. Here's maybe an opportunity. What if people learned the skills to trade oil, which is very correlated to our gas prices? So if someone were to, and this is not an investment advice or anything, this is just an example. If someone were to buy oil in the futures market, if price goes up, they realize a profit.
Correct.
So if that's realizing a profit there, that could be combating some of this inflation with their gas prices.
Exactly. It's a great way to hedge yourself against inflation. You know, when you talk about gas prices, by the way, in futures, maybe this is something that people can identify with. If you look at an airlines like Delta Airlines or United, any of the major airlines, what's their biggest cost? It's fuel. And one of the reasons that the price of tickets has gone up so much, and they have gone up significantly,
we talked about that last week.
Yeah, the cost of fuel. But what the airlines will do to kind of hedge that is they will have a futures contract on jet fuel, so they know what they're going to pay down the road. Major corporations like General Mills and Cargill, they deal in grains. They'll do the same thing there. But with futures, and by the way, futures has great leverage, anywhere from maybe 20 to 1 to 100 to 1 or more. It trades almost 24 hours a day, so you get a lot of versatility there. And when we talk about something like futures or the foreign exchange market or options, the mechanics of doing a trade really it's not any more difficult than actually doing a stock trade.
It's actually the same exact way.
It is.
You click the mouse to buy and you click the mouse to sell the same way.
Right. But what about comparing those assets to the stock market? There's some real benefits there. And unfortunately for most people, they're just not exposed to those markets because Wall Street's go-to for you is really stock and primarily mutual funds. It's an easier way for them to do business. But futures is a great asset to trade for short-term trading. The typical time span or lifespan of a futures trade is very short. Sometimes you may be in and out of a position in a day.
Or a week.
It could be, but it's short-term. The foreign exchange market, the Forex market, that's where you're looking at difference in exchange rates between two different currencies. Trades 24 hours a day with 50 to 1 leverage. Options, full of options. And one of the reasons I call it the options market is because there's so many choices there. Great leverage. You can control your risk. You can participate in up markets, down markets, sideways markets.
Yep.
You can use it as protection. These are all things that you really should know if you are serious about being a trader or investor.
Yep. So, Al, with commodities as well, a lot of people, investors, like to be in gold and silver.
Sure.
Those are also commodities. So, great opportunities. It's just a market that allows leverage, but also, as you talked about, 24 hours. So,
Good.
people that are working 9 to 5, it's tough for them to have another income strategy because they're working during market hours for stock market. Futures and Forex are open 24 hours a day. That gives investors the opportunity to trade and invest at night. Great opportunities for income strategies. So text right now to learn more about the futures market and the Forex market and income strategies that might allow you to do that in the evening. Text INVEST to the number 484848 for 2 tickets. That's INVEST to 484848. We have 2 tickets available for you in an investing class. So if you're listening to the show right now, we have investing classes live near you. So, Al, you were talking about strategies for up, down, and sideways markets.
Mhm.
Well, the market's been going down, and most investors that are just in that buy and hold strategy are not feeling very well. They sometimes don't even want to look at their statements, right? So, talk about strategies in a retirement account as markets are going down.
Yeah, well, if your money is in a 401k, there's some limitations as to what you can do, but we do talk about dynamic 401k management. How can you better benefit from what you have in your 401k or 403b or whatever your employer sponsored retirement plan is? How to utilize that properly, how to reduce the risk. For most of our students, their goal is as soon as possible to maybe transfer some of that money into an IRA, whether
Mhm.
it's a traditional IRA
What do
or,
they do with it
or a
then?
Roth IRA. They can invest in a number of different things. They can use the futures market, the foreign exchange market, the
Okay.
options market. You can participate in a down market, and by the way, those markets happen faster
Down
than
markets?
up markets.
Yep.
So you either going to lose faster or you have the opportunity to benefit faster if you know how to take advantage of them. And that's one of the things we see that people ask when they come into these classes is how do I participate in a down market? How do I protect myself? And there are a number of things you can do for protection. Options is one, as I mentioned. Options has one of its components that functions as an insurance policy on a portfolio. But options, futures, and forex can be used in up markets, down markets. Options can be used in sideways markets to basically collect income on an ongoing basis.
Yeah.
In fact, we have a strategy for retirement we call Strategic Investor, which is a fantastic opportunity for you to participate in the markets, building your retirement or using your retirement money in a strategy that has an ongoing income solution, a market component that we actually manage for you. You might be going from one component of the market to another. And there's always something that may be outperforming, so you don't always want to just be in the same thing.
Yeah, so you're making your own investing decisions, but it's smart investing decisions with market conditions.
Exactly. And
Not,
yeah, and you're not paying a fee for it, and you put
correct.
together a strategy that will have you potentially benefiting in any market condition. And we can't control what the market does, but we can control how we participate in it and how we potentially benefit from
Yeah,
it.
you brought up that 4-letter F word, and that was fees. And think about this for a second. If you're listening right now, and if you have a broker, an advisor, or somebody managing your money, as markets are going down, you're losing to the market. And someone has their hand in the cookie jar. It's called the broker or the
Mhm.
advisor. You're paying somebody to lose your money. Why not learn the skills to do it yourself, to protect what you have, to have opportunities with down markets? Brokers and advisors, there's no opportunity because they can't physically, in a qualified retirement plan, you can't physically short the
You
market.
cannot.
How you do that is have a self-directed account. Options gives you that opportunity.
Mhm.
Inverse ETFs has that opportunity when you do it yourself. That's why it's so imperative to learn the skills and techniques to manage your own retirement accounts, especially right now with these down markets. How far will it go? Who knows? Like you said at the beginning of the show, we do not have a crystal ball, but it's key to position yourself for all directions, protecting what you have, learning the skills to benefit no matter which way it goes. And we have investing classes that you teach, Al. I teach these as well on how to make smart investing decisions with your retirement accounts, protecting what you have. If you have retirement accounts and it's going down right now, don't be that person that says, well, I'll just wait until it comes back. How much time do you have? If you're in your 40s or 50s, do you even have that time? Because if you lose in down markets, you are losing that compounding for several years. Learn it now. Text right now to the word text invest to the number 484848 to learn more on those retirement accounts, 401ks and IRAs. Text invest to 484848 for a free investing class and a quick start kit to help you get started right away, especially with those retirement accounts. Al, we're coming to the home stretch, and that's why I like to talk about baseball. It's coming up to be July next month, and it's going to be the All-Star game, and that's kind of partway through. We're a little further right now. I want to talk about inspiring people to get started today.